Welcome to Redditunes. Today I effed up, where OP almost got arrested while in her bra and panties.
Today I effed up by getting busted by the cops while in my bra and panties. This weekend, I was at one of my best friend's weddings. The bride, my friend, is diabetic and forgot her insulin when we went to the church. So technically, diabetes is the villain of this story.
No problem. I volunteered to go back to her house to pick it up.
I like a mission. Me against diabetes. After a morning of bridal stuff, my adrenal glands were more than happy to kick some dust off. The bride says the back door is unlocked, so I dash to her house, drifting the corners, in my mind, finding the apex in the road. The back door is not unlocked. No doors are opened, but I am not taking the L on this. All of us bridesmaids had gotten ready at her house earlier, and one of the other bridesmaids was leaning out her window on the second floor smoking. I gaze up at her window, praying that it's still unlocked. I know this house. I went to high school with the bride, snuck out of that window onto the roof, and clambered down the tree beside the house many times. Only this time, I am in a strapless, tight mermaid-style dress. Driving a stick in this constricting skirt was challenging enough. There is no way on God's green earth that I can climb a tree. It's barely above freezing, but this is a DEFCON 2 situation. I'm in the backyard, and there is only one house that can see me. I accept the crazy low odds that the grandparents that live next door will not notice me. Decidedly incorrect assumption, because apparently Gramps has assigned himself the position of Overwatch. I kick off my heels, sling off my jacket, it's barely above freezing, and toss the Morticia Adams-style bridesmaid dress over the fence. I pat my old friend, the tree, and begin to climb. I'm sure I sloth climbed it, but the adrenaline pulsing through my veins has me convinced that I ninja warrior-ed that crap. The window is unlocked. Woo-rah! Once I open it, I ungracefully fall into the room from the roof. I don't care because the distinctly male movie announcer voice in my head is sexily broadcasting the trailer for the movie I'm acting out. The crowd cheers when my icicle toes hit the hardwood floors. I'm killing it. The room looks like a girl bomb exploded. Curlers, hair dryers, makeup bags, and clothes cover every square inch of the carpet. I super kung fu hopped over the piles to the dresser where she said her insulin bag would be. It's not there. I rifle through the piles, shaking like a scared dog from the cold. Nope. To the bathroom. Nope. A massive rock drops into my stomach when I can't find her insulin. The clock is ticking. I launch down the stairs, 2 at a time, and run through the house as my eyes scan every surface. I find it on the kitchen counter, a full floor away from where she thought she left it. Poo-yow, I'm back in the game. I shotgun pump my arm and grab the bag. I make sure I can lock the kitchen door from the inside. I mentally check. Yep, I left all of my stuff outside. I step into the garage, shutting the door behind me. As I'm jiggling the locked doorknob, I hear the whoop-whoop of a police car. I slowly turn and do some weird half-raise of my hands. There are 2 cops in the driveway, all official and stern-looking. In a split second, I flash on images. I'm in the back of the police car, handcuffed. Search warrants are getting issued. I see the courtroom, a stern judge and an unforgiving jury. In a moment of catastrophic cognitive dissonance, I swear I heard my brain misfire. The only thing that zaps me back to reality is that I kid you not. My boobs are 2 frozen ice cones. I'm going to have the pleasure of explaining this shit show to the officers while wearing nothing but my fancy thong and lacy strapless bra because genius me didn't want panty lines. And my hot hunk will be wearing a tux to the wedding. Nuff said. I could have vaporized on the spot from the humiliation as the officers approached me. I don't even know what I said. I virtually shoved the bag of insulin at the older cop and vomited out the preposterous details of this Texas-sized oof that landed me in my skivvies, coming out of a house that I technically broke into. They tried to keep a straight face, but then I start to laugh. It begins as a small embarrassed chuckle, but then it takes on a life of its own, commandeering all of my self-control and flinging it into the icy wind with the ashes of my dignity. I howl. Tears run down my face and I shoot strangled, inhuman sounds at them. I can make no sound other than drawn-out vowels. God, it's embarrassing. The cops are trying to ask me questions and instead, they get Muttley the dog. All I can do is wheeze or tear and shake from the cold. Finally, I beg them to let me put my clothes on. One gallantly swings his arm to tell me to proceed to the backyard to recover my assortment of clothing cringingly clinging to the fence. They are gentlemen about it as I jump and shimmy into this hell contraption of a bridesmaid's dress. They ask me if there is anyone that I can call from the family to confirm the story. I call the bride. She doesn't pick up. I call the bride's mom. She doesn't pick up. I call the love of my life. He picks up on the first ring. God, I love that man. He doesn't know why I left the church, but immediately goes into solve this crap fast mode. He gets the bride's dad. It gets sorted. My guy is waiting in the parking lot when I pull up. Panic rolls across his face when he sees me, thinking I have been crying. I laugh the rest of my makeup off with him when I tell him the story. We're getting married soon, and I think the bride should have to perform a commensurate task climbing a tree in freezing weather in her underwear. I'm definitely taking suggestions. This all happened in a decently small town. This story has ripped through the gossip mill like Taco Bell through the colon. My oldest brother is apparently friends with the young cop that I could never make myself look in the eye. Yep, never living this down, and I'm never more grateful to have moved away. Also, LPT, I'm an idiot, so maybe you all know this. But don't hand your phone to the police. Put the call on speaker or show the text from your hand. Do not physically place your property in the care of the police. Advice from a law student who was more than happy to lecture me for 20 minutes at the reception. TLDR. Title says it all. Insulin is a life-saving drug, and at least for one day, I kick diabetes ass. You gotta do what you gotta do, even if it means being a streaking Tarzan cat burglar.
First of all, great job to the OP for her excellent storytelling ability. Oh man, OP, you really know how to get into trouble, don't you? Climbing through a window and falling into a room is an accident that could happen to anyone, right? And then getting caught by the cops wearing just a fancy thong and lacy strapless bra. I mean, come on. That's the stuff of sitcoms. But seriously, it's awesome that you were willing to go above and beyond to help your friend out. Retrieving her insulin was a selfless act, even if it did land you in hot water with the law. And I have to admit, I got a good laugh out of your Muttley impression. That was pure gold. As for your suggestion that the bride should perform an embarrassing task as payback, well, who knows? Maybe she'll have to wear a clown suit to her next public appearance or something equally ridiculous. At least you'll have some amusing revenge to look forward to. Thanks for sharing this hilarious story with us, OP. You're a true champ for being able to laugh at yourself and turn a potentially embarrassing situation into something we can all chuckle about. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to never miss a cringeworthy moment in our Today I F'd Up series.